So when I look at this game, game 3, I want to ask you two guys a question or something because, and I'll ask you two this, both of y'all this question because I think for me personally, the one thing I never want to become is I don't want to become one of these grumpy older guys that played the game before. And I feel like I'm hating on the younger guys. I never want to become that. So in saying that, when I watch this game, when I watch these NBA finals, I'm like, yo, I don't feel like this is the level of preparation. This is the level of like dialed in is that like when I played in the finals, I don't feel like they do that. And the reason I feel like when you look at a specific thing, I'll point to a very specific thing of why I say that. I feel like when I was coming through the NBA finals and I had to win the NBA finals, and this could be my coach. Like again, I think my coach is the greatest ever. Maybe he not. That's for everybody else to debate. But I think my coach is the greatest coach ever. And TJ McConnell getting a sneak back steal would never happen. Like we're so dialed in on that one thing in this game plan that there's no way TJ McConnell gonna hop off the guy he's going to get the steal. And I watched him get two of those tonight. And I couldn't believe it because I'm like, yo,
Right.
this is
That's
NBA
what
finals.
changed the game.
This is NBA finals. Like
That's what
there's
changed the
no
momentum.
way you can get this steal in the NBA finals. And
You
you
can't be on
got
that
that
much of a
steal.
rush.
No, and you got that steal on Tuesday, November 10th, 2024. And now we're in the finals in 2025 and you get that steal. So
Yeah.
I ask you guys a question as two guys who's played this game. I'm still in it, but as two guys who played this game, like, do y'all feel the same way about this NBA finals as you have about previous
I would actually say I have been extremely impressed watching these whole entire playoffs. Like I am fucking loving the playoffs.
ones?
I'm
Yeah,
loving the finals. The games are good. It's good basketball. It may not be, like two teams playing at the ultimate perfection, but like it is good basketball. And that TJ McConnell steal, the second one, that changes the momentum. And so, Dre, you and I talked about this in the beginning of the year that OKC, they will take a couple plays off mentally
Mm-hmm.
just because they're young, just because they have more talent, and shit like that comes back to haunt you. You up four, right? You don't get the offensive rebound. They score two. Then you in a rush to throw the ball nowhere. This kid steals the ball, lays the ball up, tie score. Haliburton come back, hit a three. The whole momentum. You never recover. You
Right.
never recover. So carelessness, right, is hopefully something that, and as you watch championships, you see teams that may lose on a fluke, going all the way back to Detroit Pistons when Larry Bird stole the ball. Shit like that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
The teams that win make those moments happen. And that's what Indiana is doing different than OKC. OKC may take a playoff, may make a lackadaisical pass because they have kind of like a real nonchalant charisma.
Yes, they do.
And like that nonchalant charisma also, that shit can play against you where it's like, oh, don't shit affect me, but I don't care. But it's like, you can't shake your shit out. You can't shake yourself out of it. You know? That's that's where my hiccup is. And TJ McConnell, he is the essence of what Indiana basketball is. That's playing hard. Let's take advantage of every mistake, right? And being first to the action.
So, I mean, to TJ McConnell's point, and I'm gonna answer Draymond's question also, but I was at Game 5 in Indiana, one of those games. They came out, they were shooting a bunch of threes. TJ came into the game, started driving the ball into the teeth of the defense, and changed the whole game, by the way, right? Which they then came back and won. If TJ didn't do that, they would have lost that game. You always need that player that see, like, oh, we're shooting too many threes. I got to come in here and do something different, start penetrating. And then you look at last year with Indiana, without those injuries, maybe they lose, but they was making the same mistakes that OKC is making this year. The difference is they kept going, they kept advancing, and then they gained that experience. So now you got an OKC team who, yeah, they do a lot of things well. They got a lot of great individual talent, a lot of great role players, but they're not prepped in every single the little areas. They're not prepped in it. Like you said, Dre, how are you getting those two steals? Well, Phil Jackson, press break is a part of the press break is a part of the offense, right? You look at what happened even at Milwaukee, and I don't even want to give away too much because I'm trying to be a head coach soon, so I'm like trying to but I try to keep a little bit for myself, but it's true. How are you not prepped?
What a press break, bro. That is like basketball 101.
It is 101. It is the most, it's important. And sometimes you don't go through it. You get into these playoffs, especially with the game being more physical. BD, to your point, like, I'm enjoying this year. I'm enjoying the playoffs. Like, it was incredible this year. But as physical as it is, you got to be ready to break the press because guys is touching you now. You know what I mean? And they're not prepared. You got to sprint to get open. Like, you got to work to get open. You can't be, like you said, lackadaisical. No, it ain't working. That's not working in the finals. And Rick Carlisle, this is right in Rick Carlisle's sweet spot.
It
Physical
is.
basketball. He went from something to fall. He played in the soft era, sort of a soft era. He went through all those eras, and you telling me now they saying you could touch? Oh, this is Rick Carlisle's sweet spot right here.
And the thing that Indiana is doing, they're making you start your offense at half court.
They doing what the Pistons does.
Yeah,
Indiana doing what Lindsey Hunter, who's one of the greatest point guard defenders in history. Like, this guy was,
man, he was a harasser. Incredible. He was a bona fide harasser.
Incredible. I mean, you're not getting into your offense until
all day. All day he harassed you.
Hunter. This is what Carlisle's doing. I think if the Pistons didn't have Lindsey Hunter, man, we win that series.
So you think someone because again, we live in a world where people have their own opinions, where the media, I think the media control the NBA, by the way, just so we're clear. I players, there's this common misconception of players have the power in the NBA. I personally think the media has the power in the NBA. Like, I think that's who controls the NBA. But are you saying that you think, because I actually got a couple of days ago, I spoke about how I think is Alex Caruso is the most important player, on third most important player. Obviously Shai, obviously J-Dub. But I think Alex Caruso is the third most important player on OKC's team. And Ron, I'm hearing you say Lindsey Hunter. Do you think a guy like Lindsey Hunter is that important to winning the championship?
And I wish Lindsey Hunter, you can't have Lindsey Hunter and Mike James on the same team. It was really difficult. These guys was harassing us. I mean, we couldn't get the ball. It was really difficult because, Jamal Tinsley's incredible. But you talking about when you play against these guys, they send in Mike James, then they send in Lindsey, then they send in Mike James, then they send in Lindsey. You're not getting into your offense, until 13 seconds.
Yeah.
I didn't package at that point in time.
At half court.
At half court.
Yeah.
Please take Lindsey Hunter off the court. Like, please don't put him in the game, and we're going to be okay. Mike, just one Mike James. You can't have, and Lindsey was a little bit better than Mike, even though Mike was more athletic. But Lindsey was a scientist when it comes to, putting pressure in the backcourt. And that's what the Pacers got.
Yeah,
Got that.
it's Jay, it's the disruptor, right? And you are one of those disruptors. Like when you think about somebody who just completely disrupts your offense, and that can be picking somebody up full court, making your point guard pass the ball close to the half court ring is disgusting for a point guard. And if you watch Indiana, OKC get across half court, they run in pick and rolls at the half court line
Mm-hmm.
just to try and get some space. New York did it the same way with Brunson. Brunson is damn near using the half court line as another pick. And so if your defense can extend that far all game, then when it comes down to the clutch, and now you got to play in a tight space, ain't nothing open. You can strength the floor and you can still cover ground because they don't see space. They can only see spacing from half court, which is terrible. You don't never want to start your offense at half court.
No, that's a fact. I think when we look at those type of guys like TJ McConnell, for instance, to your point, he's doing the same thing. When you look at those type of guys, when it comes to the NBA, yes, everyone is talented. Yes, everyone is skilled, all these things.